Nice. Mhm. Wow. Survive. That's kind of cool. Overkill now. This freaking rat killed me. No way. Hmm. Why are you using Wish? I remember using like most of the Kanto teams um for the Team Rocket, and then I realized I was like, no, I should also, like maybe the first half of the Team Rocket runs have like Kanto teams. And then, it gets to a point where he's not able to find any more people that only run Kanto Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. I maybe I was like overthinking. Like this part always confuses players because they forget, right? So they forget that Ray gave you an item, right? Um so I remember wanting to have the player, even though you switch, right? I wanted the player to be able to see where he left his other um character, right? So if you were to switch back to Ray at this point, like this, you should be able to see your main character on the other side. But the main problem is that I didn't at that time. I didn't. I mean, I can still fix it, but at this point, I didn't have any costumes or anything like that, so it's gonna be with the basic skin, I guess. I mean, this is not it's not hard to fix, but at least you know where the other player's at. I like how it like switches back to the opposite direction of where I'm facing for whatever reason. Oh no, never mind. Let me just heal right really quick. Took me a little bit of time to figure out how to make that work. And the same thing goes for healing. Because whenever you faint with Ray, it would send you to the other side and it would break your game. So I had to come up with a solution for that, which wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be, but yeah, it took me a little bit. Again, I'm still in the process of learning a lot of how, the whole engine works. These people did a really good job with it. It's not complicated at all. Oh, I was unlucky, dude. Are you serious? That's a 55% chance. Oh my god. This guy's insane. It's not gonna work, is it? Unexpected. Fluffy here is like really weak. I should give her. Oh, give him better moves because he's like really struggling with Thundershock. I should give. I don't know, Thunder Punch or whatever. This guy is way harder than I thought. Maybe because of the insect type. Mm, we'll see. That bug bite hits super hard. So I'm just gonna go ahead and. And he's super tanky. Well, I got lucky with that bug bite. Jesus. Now for this next part, if you're running like speed up, you're gonna have a big problem, right? Um, I think most people realize this, but this door tends to get people stuck, so I added a collision that once you go past this point, the door does not spawn again. Um, I should add it here instead. So once you reach this point, boom. Um, yeah. So it deactivates this too, right? Because I didn't want people to get stuck on this part, and a lot of people were having a lot of problems. Okay, now this is the repeated. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to speed up. Let's go stack on one. We really want to get rid of it. Survived. Very impressive. Don't freeze. Okay. Ray is really weak. At least at this point in the story, he's really weak. Like his team doesn't have too much um, attack or options on how to deal with certain Pokemon. Which is intentional, right? He's not the best at battling. So here's where you get the first password, right? 112. Um, people tend to get to this point here. I gotta figure out a better way, right? And then they go into this thing, and they get stuck because they try to enter 112, and it's gonna tell you that it doesn't work. So they go like, "Oh, it's not working," right? I gotta lower that a little bit. Cool. Um, which is a problem because they get stuck in this area here, right? Instead, most of the time I have to go and like, you need to try a different character, okay? You need to try a different character, like. So if you cannot go past the point with one character, you gotta switch back to the other one. See, we got the password here, and it unlocks basement 2. So we go basement 2. This is another area that is gonna give people with speed up a problem because it's not designed for speed up. So you need to deactivate the speed up and go in slow. Ah, I messed up. All right. You need to get into the panel while running, otherwise it's not going to keep the speed. I think I could probably force the speed. I could probably force the speed, but I don't know. Boom, we got past it, right? Boom. Okay, so this is another part that gets people stuck. It's my bad because people tend to avoid battles as much as they can. and I kind of put the password in one of the battles, which maybe is not a great idea. And this is the other one, right? The traps. If you try to pick up any of the items, you're gonna get stuck with that. So see that Boltor just got to where you're at, but if you start pressing forward, the moment you pick up the item, you go past. Oh, okay, hold on. Never mind. Okay, you just keep doing the same. Boom, and he's not gonna activate, which is nice, I guess. You should maybe like if you have a ghost type Pokemon, you can exploit this. Um, because they're like level 50. So if you have a ghost type Pokemon, the only move they know, working on the trabajando en el juego, guapo. ¿Y vos qué haces despierto hasta ahora? ¿Qué haces despierto hasta ahora, guapo? So they only know explosion, and they gonna explode. So you can pretty much farm them for EXP. Acosando amigos, ¿cómo es eso de acosando amigos? Hasta ahora, loco. Oh, mi deporte favorito. Mm, tengo que traducirte el juego. A ver si lo puedes jugar. Wow. Dos evoluciones, una tras de la otra. Yo pensé que todos ustedes iban a estar durmiendo hasta ahora. Ok. Speed up. Estoy trabajando en el juego. Estoy haciendo un playthrough para probar si encuentro errores y eso. Y de paso ver en los lugares que me faltó poner. Son las 9:30 en tu país. Aquí son las 10:22. Pero como ustedes se duermen temprano, qué sé yo. Hay que tener mucho cuidado porque creo que los Voltor pasan respawn. Estaba viendo dónde me faltaban objetos y esas cosas. Y de paso voy a terminar el capítulo este que estoy trabajando. Hacer un poquito de arte que me falta, que me pidieron para otro proyecto. Que no sé ni por qué me brindé para hacer el otro proyecto porque malamente me alcanza en tiempo libre para hacer el mío. Pero tú sabes, cuando te piden así de buena forma. Anyway, going back to the playthrough. So this guy's gonna tell you, and this is my bad, right? Because he's gonna tell you, oh, so he said Persian, right? And someone who played the game had a really good point. Is that I don't have the national dex, right? I should, however, add the national dex into the Pokédex because there's no point in. Oh, anda, Wongsu. No hay un, un motivo por el que no tener la Pokédex nacional en el juego. It's a little bit hard to go back and forth in English and Spanish. That's for sure. So if you go into national dex, actually I'm gonna have to add that. And you enter 53, which is Persian's number. It unlocks your it unlocks the door for you, right? So there's a PC. So I did something, and I don't know if anyone realized this, but I'll show you later, right? So this is probably one of my favorite characters in the game. Um, she's like really nice. Like I like the chaos, like I said before. Let's see it. Um, I don't. ¿Cómo sigue jugando sigue jugando el United o ya te rendiste de nuevo? Ah, sí, me está lavando la tía. Tiene que evitar, ¿eh? Yeah. I don't remember. That's fire. God damn it. I think I have a problem here. She's a psychic, right? Pure psychic. Mm-mm. Boom. She's way stronger than I remember. I don't want to like show any of the story in the game, but um, I put a bunch of items here. I don't think anyone got them. Maybe because they expect these things to be, um, props. But someone actually went in and made these things items, so I just put them together and clean them up a little bit for my own use. I had this idea of making like a password using these things, like to put a bunch of these items. But that's for another chapter, I guess. So here's where you get the second password, right? The one you need to have right move forward. It's 1997, right? Um, I don't think I put anything else here. Anyway, God damn it, that fuck. uh, just slash it. I guess people at the end of this, um, I'm gonna call it dungeon, right? At the end of this dungeon, people wanted to have their player go and see Lara, but I didn't want to have them waste so much time. And some of the people that played the game, they were like, "Why? What? Oh shit! Forgot this guy." We're like, "Why? Uh, am I not allowed to go see her?" Like, yeah, I guess I didn't think you wanted to. I guess I didn't think it was a thing. I don't know. Okay. Now we switch back to right. Here we go. 199. 7. This is a way. Why is right like, oh shit. Is that thing ground? That's just poison. Okay, I got it. So, what the hell is that? I need something chill, man. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, you can pick up this item with Ray. It really doesn't matter. I don't think you really need those items anymore at this point in the game, but um, who knows? He's so strong, man. He was alive just enough for it's not good. Ah, this is dumb. I need to update this. No, you dumb. No. Holy shit. Okay, now that we have those two guys out of the way. Hmm. Okay, so here at this one, I put an egg. So this area here, it's, how can I say, kind of a mess right now. Um, I put this box here so in a way that it would block the vision of the statue, right? And I put two of them down here. So people tend to try to wiggle the box all the way down. That doesn't work. And even if you manage to do something like that, you still have two, right? So you wouldn't be able to get through, right? So this is another point that people tend to get stuck on, right? They they go like, oh, we cannot move this box out of the way, right? Boom, right? They try to do this, but then they realize, oh, there's no way for me to move that box to this area here, right? So there's nothing for me to do, which is a lie. Because at this point, you should just go back to Ray. Because you already unlocked something for him, right? You got this. Now this area here, um, people think I like this panels and all that. I hated this thing. Making it was such a pain in the ass. And yeah. So what I did here was to add two different colored arrows, right? But I can see why people get stuck in this area. So the X doesn't move you. What it does is like it changes. Like if you realize that early on, is you see how it changes. Yeah. Okay. So I gotta be really careful when I move because the speed up is gonna make you touch the wrong thing. Now this area here, it's always um kind of a mess because people tend to go like if they do this right and they end up here, which is what I wanted them to do, they don't look at the wall, right? They just don't look at the wall. They just go like boom and keep going. You're supposed to touch this thing, right? So what I'm gonna do, because I already know how it's supposed to work, I'm gonna go back to the first spot, go back in, and switch back to the main character, right? And now you're gonna find out that there's like a bunch of boxes here that you could just boop and you get through. Um, Now if you were paying attention, you saw those little blue arrows on the other side, and this screen right here, you can switch red and blue, right? So it was on blue, you switch it to red. Look at the other. Hey, the arrows are red now. Hmm. And here's the little trick, because I added a whole new um a whole new thing for you to send this item back to the main player. And as you would get here, Ray has access to your storage, right? So you could leave all this mess there. I don't recommend it. Probably gonna break your game. But you could probably leave the great key card and maybe other items that you picked up. Right? And then you switch back to your main character. This is not the way to do it, but it's something it's not like I didn't think about it. I did. But oh shit, it's level 2. But not many people, I don't think many people use this, right? So you go into your PC and you can get the items without having to do the puzzle at the end of the dungeon, saving yourself a little bit of time. And also picking up all the items that Ray picked up. So you have the gray card now. And I thought about having the players complete a puzzle for it for this next section, but I was like, who gives a shit? They've already been walking back and forth this place this whole time. This you're supposed to read this first and then come here. Deactivate the generators and you're good, right? Boom. There you have it. So now you've unlocked the last place. You're supposed to go back to this area here and get this out of the way. Ah. Should be super easy to kill these people now. Oh my god, that guy's alive. Okay. Okay. So we get past this guy. And you're able to enter this room now. Or are you gonna find Ryder? I like this character too. Now we got the big break, which is awesome. Wow, okay. Wait, what just happened? Oh, okay. I added some flavor text in this area here. Um, for those who like if you spend a little bit of time here, you can read a little bit of a. I don't want to like say anything, but I did add like 3 little entries here for people to find. Do with that information what you, yeah, whatever. So now he tells you to go to the first floor, and shit. And if you go to the first floor, most of the traps are like disabled. Some areas are locked because you're gonna be returned to this place in the future to do more stuff. Um, I actually have like a couple of hints that I'm not gonna show here of what's going to happen in the future, but you're free to find them by yourself. Hmm. So he's going to return one of Lara's Pokemon that he was able to get. Um, I want this character to be um, kind of a mystery. Like you don't know if it's going to help you or um, he's going to be a problem. But for now, he's your friend, right? He's going to help you out